Your cat may never say it out loud, but there are silent and beautiful ways he reveals that he sees your home as his true paradise. These signals aren't loud or obvious. They happen in quiet corners, in the way he walks, rests, or looks at you when the world feels still. And once you learn to see them, you'll never look at your cat the same way again. As someone who has studied the silent language of cats for years, I can tell you that understanding these gestures is like unlocking a secret world of trust, safety, and deep emotional connection. Cats may not use words, but they communicate through every whisker, blink, and slow stretch. Today, you'll discover the 10 silent signs that show your cat isn't just happy, he lives in the very place where he feels safe, loved, and complete. Each one is a quiet declaration that says, "This is my world. This is my peace." If you love your cat and want to understand every hidden gesture, leave a like and subscribe. That's how we bring more videos like this one straight to you and help more cat lovers see the beauty behind every feline move. Gatos don't express joy with parties or jumps. They show happiness through subtle behaviors, quiet, almost invisible signals that most people overlook. And the most curious part? Most cat owners have no idea what these signs truly mean.
The first silent way your cat says this home is my paradise is through the way he stretches when you're around. At first glance, it may seem like a simple, lazy movement after waking up, but in the feline world, this gesture means far more than comfort. It's a quiet declaration of peace. Researchers at the University of Lincoln observed that cats perform long, unguarded stretches only in environments where they feel completely secure. When your cat wakes up, looks at you, and slowly extends his front paws, arching his back before settling again, he's not just loosening his muscles, he's showing that he feels no threat near you. For a cat, stretching is a vulnerable act. It exposes the body and relaxes the reflexes. If your cat does this openly near you, it means he feels safe enough to drop his defenses. It's a physical manifestation of calmness, an instinctual way of saying, "I don't need to hide here." You can recognize this sign most clearly in the early hours when the house is quiet and your cat chooses to wake up near you. Notice his eyes half closed, his slow yawn, and the way his body flows without tension. That softness in his movements tells you everything about how safe he feels in your home. It's his silent way of saying, "Here, I rest without fear. Here, I belong."
The second silent way your cat says, "This home is my paradise," is through the way he claims a specific spot as his own. Maybe it's that one chair by the window, the corner of your bed, or a patch of sunlight that only appears for a few minutes each morning. It may look random to you, but in the feline world, this habit speaks volumes. According to behavioral studies from the University of Bristol, cats develop what scientists call territorial comfort zones. These are places they associate with safety, warmth, and emotional stability. When a cat chooses a particular spot and returns to it again and again, it means that place has become part of his identity, a personal symbol of peace and control. Cats are territorial by nature, but true belonging doesn't come from dominance. It comes from trust. A cat that relaxes completely in one area, leaving his scent and spending long hours there, is showing that he considers your home not a temporary shelter, but a permanent sanctuary. You can notice this behavior in how your cat curls up in that same favorite corner, blinks slowly when you walk past, or even shifts positions just enough to make space for you nearby. Those tiny details reveal something deeper, that your scent, your presence, and that familiar spot together form part of his sense of home. It's his quiet way of saying, "This place is mine, and I'm finally at peace."
The third silent way your cat says, "This home is my paradise," is through the slow, almost hypnotic blink. It's one of the simplest gestures you'll ever see, a gentle closing and opening of the eyes,
yet it carries the weight of deep emotional trust. In feline communication, direct eye contact can often mean alertness or even challenge. But the slow blink is the opposite. It's a surrender. It's your cat's way of saying, "I'm safe here. I trust you completely." Researchers from the University of Sussex discovered that cats who exchange slow blinks with their owners show lower stress levels and are more likely to approach them calmly. This behavior comes from an ancient instinct. In the wild, a cat never closes its eyes around danger. Blinking slowly is something only a secure, relaxed cat will do, one who believes the space around him holds no threat. When he looks at you and slowly closes his eyes, he's telling you he feels safe enough to let his guard down. You can recognize this sign during calm moments, when you're sitting quietly, reading, or simply existing in the same room. If you blink slowly back at him, you're speaking his language. You're saying, "I see you and I feel safe too." It's one of the most intimate ways your cat whispers, "This home is where my heart rests."
The fourth silent way your cat says, "This home is my paradise," is through the gentle head bump, also known as bunting. To an untrained eye, it's just a soft nudge, but in a cat's language, it's a declaration of friendship, belonging, and emotional security. When a cat presses his forehead or cheek against you, he's doing more than seeking contact. He's marking you as part of his social circle. Cats have scent glands concentrated around their face, and by rubbing against you, they mix their scent with yours. According to behavioral research from the University of Georgia, this scent exchange is how cats establish shared identity and emotional bonds within their social groups. This act means your cat doesn't just tolerate you, he accepts you as part of his world. It's the same gesture he would offer to another trusted cat within a bonded colony. When your cat headbutts you gently, then looks relaxed, or even purrs afterward, he's performing one of the most affectionate behaviors a feline can express. You'll often see it when you're sitting quietly, when he climbs near your lap or walks past your legs and suddenly presses his head against you. That tiny bump carries years of instinct, layered with love and belonging. It's his quiet way of saying, "You're not just in my home, you are my home."
The fifth silent way your cat says, "This home is my paradise," is by quietly following you around. He doesn't always demand attention, he doesn't always meow, he just walks where you walk, sits where you sit, and watches whatever you're doing as if you're part of his rhythm. To many people, this seems like curiosity or habit, but in the feline world, it's a rare act of emotional trust. Cats are naturally independent creatures, designed by evolution to move alone. Yet when a cat chooses to follow you, even when he doesn't need food, play, or warmth, it means your presence itself has become a source of safety. A study published in Animal Cognition found that cats form secure attachments, similar to dogs and even human infants. When a cat follows you, he's not seeking control, he's seeking connection. He's saying, "When you move, the world feels stable. When I see you, I know everything's fine." You'll notice this especially in small moments. When you get up to make coffee and suddenly hear those soft paws behind you. When you change rooms and he settles near you again without making a sound. He doesn't need to be on your lap. He just wants to exist in your orbit. It's his silent way of saying, "Where you are, my peace follows." The sixth silent way your cat says, "This home is my paradise," is by lying on his back and exposing his belly when you're nearby. It might look like he's asking for a belly rub, but in truth, this gesture runs much deeper. In the feline world, showing the stomach is the ultimate sign of vulnerability and trust. In nature, a cat's belly is his most unprotected area. It shields vital organs, and no wild feline would ever expose it unless completely relaxed. Researchers from the University of Vienna observed that domestic cats reveal their bellies only in environments where stress levels are low and familiarity is high. When your cat rolls onto his back, stretches, and lets his paws fall open in your presence, he's saying one thing: "I'm safe here." You'll notice the sign when he's resting near you on the couch, sprawled in a patch of sunlight, or lying on the floor while you talk or move around. He doesn't even have to look at you. The fact that he lets himself be that exposed near you says everything. You don't need to pet his belly. In fact, for many cats, that's too much.
Just acknowledge it for what it is, an unspoken statement of complete comfort. It's his quiet way of saying, here, I can let go. Here, I trust without fear.
The seventh silent way your cat says this home is my paradise is through the way he sleeps. Deeply, heavily, and without keeping his ears alert to every sound. Cats in the wild rarely allow themselves to reach that level of rest. Their ears stay tuned, their whiskers twitch at every vibration, their muscles ready for escape. But a cat who drifts into true deep sleep inside your home is living something extraordinary, complete serenity. Studies from Japan's Azuba University on feline sleep cycles show that domestic cats only enter full restorative sleep in spaces where no environmental tension is detected. Their ears naturally swivel toward sound even when they seem at rest. Yet when your cat lets them fall back or sideways and doesn't react to soft noises, it means he feels absolutely secure. Watch for this when your home is quiet. He may curl into a ball or stretch long, breathing slow and steady, his tail still. You might even notice his paws twitching slightly during dreams, a sign of true REM sleep. That stage only appears when a cat's body and mind are completely at ease. If your cat sleeps that deeply while you're moving around, talking, or even vacuuming in another room, it means the sounds of your home have become part of his comfort. It's his silent way of saying, "Here my body finally rests because my soul feels safe."
The eighth silent way your cat says, "This home is my paradise," is through the sound and rhythm of his purr when everything is quiet. Purring isn't just a happy noise, it's a biological language of balance. Most people associate it with affection, but few realize that cats also purr to regulate their emotions and even heal their own bodies. Researchers from the University of Texas discovered that the frequency of a cat's purr, between 25 and 150 hertz, can promote tissue repair and reduce stress hormones. That means when your cat purrs softly while resting near you, it's not just comfort, it's self-repair triggered by a state of complete safety. There's a difference between the loud, demanding purr a cat uses when he wants food and the deep, rhythmic vibration that happens when he's half asleep beside you. That slow, even tone means his nervous system has entered full calm. He's not asking for anything, he's simply existing in peace. You'll notice it most when the house is still, at night, during quiet afternoons, or in moments when you're reading, watching something, or just being. The vibration of that purr merges with the stillness of your space, filling it with quiet harmony. It's his silent way of saying, "This place heals me. This peace is my home."
The ninth silent way your cat says this home is my paradise is by calmly grooming himself while you're nearby. To many people, it's just an ordinary behavior, a cat licking his paws or cleaning his fur. But in feline psychology, grooming in someone's presence is a deeply symbolic act of emotional stability. In the wild, grooming is reserved for moments of safety. It's a ritual of relaxation that a cat performs only when he's sure no danger is close. Behavioral scientists at Cornell University found that cats interrupt grooming instantly when they sense insecurity or threat. So when your cat sits beside you, slowly cleaning his fur, adjusting his tail, or licking his paws before curling up again, it means he feels entirely unguarded in your space. This act also carries social meaning. Among bonded cats, mutual grooming, known as allo grooming, is a way to maintain emotional bonds. When your cat grooms himself near you, he's mimicking that shared trust within a safe territory. It's his way of saying, "I am relaxed enough to care for myself because you protect this space." You'll notice this behavior often after playtime, meals, or quiet evenings together. The rhythm of his grooming, the soft sound of his tongue on fur, it's all part of a ritual that tells you he feels balanced and at home. It's his silent way of saying, "Around you, my world stays calm."
The 10th and most powerful silent way your cat says, "This home is my paradise," is when he chooses to sleep near you. Not because he's cold or seeking warmth, but because your presence has become his shield. When a cat chooses your side as his resting place during his most defenseless state, he's expressing something that goes far beyond comfort. He's revealing attachment. In nature, cats never sleep close to another creature unless they share a bond of complete trust. Even among feline families, only kittens and mothers rest that near. So when your adult cat curls against your leg, sleeps on your chest, or settles on your pillow through the night, he's doing something that his instincts would normally resist. He's handing you his safety. Research from Oregon State University found that cats who form secure attachments to their owners show reduced cortisol levels, a biological marker of peace, whenever they're physically near those owners. In other words, your heartbeat, your scent, and your voice have become his signals of safety. Watch the small details, the way his breathing synchronizes with yours, the way he stays asleep even if you shift a little, the way he stretches his paw towards you mid-dream. Those are not coincidences. They're emotional threads of connection woven over time. When he chooses to sleep beside you, especially during storms, illness, or quiet nights, he's not just being affectionate. He's declaring, "Here, I am unafraid. Here, I have found my peace." It's his silent way of saying, "This home is my paradise because it's where I trust with my whole heart."
Every silent gesture your cat makes is a reflection of how deeply he feels at home by your side. From the calm stretch in the morning to the soft purr that fills the quiet of your evenings, each one of these signs carries a message that words could never express: safety, comfort, and trust. Your cat doesn't see paradise as a place filled with toys or luxury. For him, paradise is made of simple things: the sound of your footsteps, the scent of familiar spaces, and the peace that lives in the rhythm of your shared routine. It's in these quiet details that he finds the proof that he belongs. So the next time you see your cat blink slowly, follow you from room to room, or fall asleep by your side, remember what he's really saying: "This is my world. This is where I'm safe." If you love discovering the secret ways your cat communicates, make sure to leave a like. It helps us reach more cat lovers who truly care. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next stories that bring you closer to your feline's heart. And tell us in the comments which of these signs you've already seen at home. Because every cat has his own way of saying it, but when he does, the message is always the same: "This home is my paradise."